This video is going to be an instruction on how to do custom scorecard designer in the tournament pairing program. Scorecards can be designed from any tournament within the program. So open up a tournament and under scorecards, go to the scorecards menu. And what I'm going to show today is customizing scorecard rows, adding a logo, changing some colors. And a good card to start off with is the laser type 404 card. And to show you what that looks like starting off with, we're just going to click on that card and click on Print All. And you can see here it's a 2T scorecard that lists the 4 players that are in my pairing group and some information about the groupings, and has the T's on both the top and the bottom of the card. So to edit this card, I'm going to click on the Design button and use this scorecard as a template. And I'm going to call this Pairing Group 4 Ball 2T with logo. Now, there's a couple things in a scorecard name that you cannot put in there, or else it will freeze the program and you won't be able to access that custom scorecard anymore. They are slashes and the ampersand symbol. Do not put either of these symbols in a scorecard or report name, or it will not work. In this design view, you can see on the left hand side of the screen is the actual scorecard, and then on the right hand side over here are the attributes about what you click on within the program. Now if you look, when I click on this row here, it's going to tell me that this is player number 1's row, player 2, player 3, player 4, 5, and 6. Now there's not many times when you're going to have a pairing group of 5 or 6 people, so I'm just going to click on player row number 5 and click on the delete button to delete that out, and click on the player 6 row and delete that out as well. Now up at the top there's a bunch of different things that you can add to a scorecard. There's a text box, which is also for adding a data field. You can add lines, logos, blank boxes, holes rows, yards, handicap, par, a player information row, a team information row, pace of play row, markers notes, or blank. Now if you're adding something to an event or to a scorecard that isn't a player or team or any of those other information, you want to add a blank row. And what you want to do now is, once that's clicked, you'll see the mouse changes to a cross, and we're just going to click and drag and draw the height of that scorecard row that we're adding and let go, and it's going to automatically draw the width of that scorecard row. And now if you look over at the top here, on the right hand side it says caption. We're going to click on this box with 3 dots here, and this is where we can actually type in what we want to appear in what's called the caption box, which is this first left hand side box of the scorecard, to appear. And I'm going to type in team score. Now visible is going to make sure that that row is visible on the card. It's going to be left aligned in the middle of the card, so I could center it if I'd like to. And if I uncheck this use row font, now I can make this font different than the Times New Roman 9 that the rest of the scorecard is using. So I can make this stand out a little bit more. And now you'll see I have a team score row. I'm also going to go over here, and for background color I'm going to change that from white to, let's go with a light gray. And now you can see it's shaded light gray. Now by right clicking on it, I can copy it and then right click again and paste it. And what I'm going to do now is put this down at the bottom, move down players 3 and 4, and all I'm doing is left clicking on the row and using the arrow key to move these down. And now I've added a nice information for team score beneath the two players. You can see here, if you want to highlight a lot of things at once, your mouse changes when you go on the ruler on the left hand side. So I'm going to click and let go, and now I've highlighted these bottom 3 rows, and I just arrow click down, and that gives you a little bit more room on the scorecard. And you can also hold down the control key while you're clicking your arrow, and that will do a little bit more fine-tuned adjusting of moving the rows. Tournament description appears on a lot of cards, and I think that's a great place in basic setup. If you typed in information there, it's going to appear on the scorecard for you to display to your groups. Now, I don't want to show all this group information, team name, flight, or team handicap, so I'm going to delete those. And left click and draw a box around this information here so it's highlighted. Arrow down and move over that information. So what I basically just did now is I made room for a logo box. So I'm going to click here on the logo, and you see again my mouse changes to a cross, and I'm going to click and draw a logo box. And on the right hand side, it's going to ask me which logo do I want, and you have up to 4 logos that you can set. And where you set those is down here at the bottom of the screen for set logo. Again, you can have up to 4 logos, and all you do is you go to the one which you want to set, click on set logo, browse to a file on your computer, an image file, and you want to check the make transparent button, which will get rid of all the background information and make it look nice on your card. And now when we print all, you can now see we have the logo, players 1 and 2, team score, players 3 and 4, and team score. That should help you get started with customizing scorecards. We've also done a pretty good job of creating custom scorecards that we think are pertinent for our clubs, and those can be imported via scorecards import from Gin server. I've done the most recent one, so you want to periodically check there and use the right arrow keys to bring those over and the OK button to download them to your computer. Any questions about this can be contacted at our Gin support office, and we'll be happy to assist you. Thank you for watching.